The money keep calling my name. Dollar signs make you sing.
I'm Ashley Haas, and you're watching All In. And I am all in on Josh Allen and the Bills. Josh Allen went off this past weekend. He scored 6 touchdowns, ran 3 in himself. I hope you had him on your fantasy football team because my man scored just under 43 fantasy football points. Woo! It was killer. But you know who did kill, but not in a good way? Jamar Chase, man, wide receiver for the Bengals, only getting 6 fantasy football points. And if that wasn't bad enough, there was a little bit of drama, okay? He literally gets in a feud with Jalen Ramsey, and it was wild. It was the fourth quarter. Let me paint the picture for you. Supposedly, they are about to try and catch the Steelers offsides, and Ramsey says that Jamar Chase spat on him, so he grabs him by the face mask in what they are calling a punch. We are going to discuss this whole feud, and who better to discuss a feud than a man who has seen it all? With decades of experience with New York City nightlife and sports bars, a man who will take us behind the velvet ropes is Johnny L. Vega, but you know him as Superman. So without further ado, Superman, welcome to All In.
Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you
for being here.
I'm so happy to have you here because I bumped into you yesterday.
Indeed.
And for everybody that doesn't know, you are a New York City legend. You have worked in nightlife, sports bars for decades. And if there's anyone who knows that with walls that could talk, I mean, you know it all. You've seen it all.
Yes, I have.
You have.
Absolutely.
How did you get the nickname Superman before we break into this Jalen Ramsey, Jamar Chase feud?
Wow, that draws me back to, about 2004. I was working at a local nightclub in the city, in New York City, Manhattan, Lower Manhattan. The place was called Latin Quarters.
Okay.
And there was a group of women that were partygoers. And at the time that we had to leave, exit, there was a young lady, pretty much I would say a heavy-set woman that she had a little too much to drink. She was very intoxicated, and her girlfriends was trying to urge her to leave, but she couldn't. And the security's job is to make sure that every patron gets home safe. Now, if you ever been to Latin Quarters have a stairway that goes up. It's like about 50 or 60 stairs.
Yeah.
So the fellas was like, we're not lifting this blank up the stairs. And I was like, well, look, we got to get out of here. We want to get paid. We want to get our shift paid. We got things to do. I'll take up. One of the gentlemen said, co-workers, he said, if you can get that woman up the stairs, you're Superman. And it was a challenge. You know, I was really gun-hoed in and eager to, just establish myself.
How did you carry her is my question. Was it over the shoulder? Did you scoop? Did you piggyback?
Picked her up. Honeymoon threshold picked her up,
literally. Oh. That's actually
arm
very
around
lovely.
the neck. My arms and everything was shaking when I was there. To this day, this woman probably still thanking me.
How much weight do you think you were lifting?
If I could
it was
put a
lifting
volume
weights?
of weight on it, I would say she was a good 275.
Okay, and what can you bench? What have you work out? I look like you see like you're
right now. It's an easy 315. That's my.
So isn't that not that?
Right, but dead weight, lollying, and
fair. Dead weight is heavier.
Yeah. So
okay,
it was quite difficult.
And so you have been Superman ever since. And when was that? How long ago was that?
That was since like 2004.
Okay.
Yeah, I adapted to that name.
I love it. Yeah. I mean, you are the king of seeing the wildest things happen because yes, fans tend to drink while watching sports.
Absolutely.
And they do some wild things. So you've seen your fair share of feuds and fights. And you also watched the clip of Jalen Ramsey and Jamar Chase before we came here. So you saw he kind of grabs him by the face mask, jabbles his head around a little bit. Is that a punch? Or does it even matter that it's a punch?
Okay.
It's still a penalty.
I have an opinion on that. I think it's weak. I think that whole scenario is weak. You got two great athletes, two prominent athletes, both looking to secure their spots for their teams.
Yeah.
And these things occur. It happens. You know, you get mixed out there. You know, you're running on adrenaline.
Yeah.
So your combat mode, it's okay. It wasn't a melee. It wasn't anything that would, put anybody else in jeopardy. These two athletes
Yeah.
just had a scrimmage. They just had a scrimmage. That's not a fight. That's nothing. It shouldn't be penalized. You should go to a neutral corner, and that's it.
I mean, he was ejected. Jalen Ramsey was ejected fourth quarter for that. And, I mean, I do think that he should get a penalty. Worse than that, we talked about how they got the 15 yards after that. That was, like you gave that gift to them.
Very costly.
That, I think, is more costly than the actual $15,000 to probably $40,000 fine he's going to get for that ejection.
Indeed.
So, I mean, keeping your mood in check is one thing, but he does claim he was spat on. Now, if I was spit on, I think I might also be a little moody. So, I mean, does that change it? Is that warranted?
That changes. Right now it's allegations, and I'm sure the referees will take a look at it and, make a decision on there. But you've already been ejected, so you can't go back.
Yeah.
But, I think if anyone gets spit on, that's a clear message that, you're like dirt, you're like garbage, you're nobody. And I think I could see how someone could get really riled up about it if it occurred. So I can see just the little wrestling match they had because it wasn't really physical to me. I've seen physical.
I feel like you are actually a bar referee. So have you ever had a situation where there's two people that might both be a little bit wrong, but who do you eject? Who do you kick out of the sports bar when there's a guy that's being a bit rowdy who maybe spits on somebody else, and then the other one is like getting in his face and getting all into him? You're outside looking in. What do you do in this situation?
Well, first of all, the separation is the hardest because when two people are going at it, whether you're an athlete, big or smaller or whatever, they have an aggression. They have a feel to be able to resolve things their way. And when you come in and try to mediate that, sometimes you're only adding more fuel to it because they don't know whose side you're going to take. They want to claim that, hey, look, he did this to me. No, but he did that first. So you have to say, fellas, gentlemen, firmly.
I love that you call them a
I don't
gentleman.
want to call you animal like, yo.
Yeah.
So I say, look, you just try to move on. I have to use hands.
But you eject both?
Depending on what the situation is. I want to part you. I want to get you guys apart so it won't cause any other friction because he might have a group of gentlemen friends with him that'll be ready to fight. And likewise. So
I mean, fans must get pretty rowdy. I mean, I can only imagine. I scream at the TV when my team's doing well and I'm upset. So I can't even imagine with what you have seen. Who's worse, though? Angry fans or maybe ex-athletes who then, go, and I can only imagine how they are perceived with other fans of other sports or things, because a lot of my friends who are former athletes will go with me to sports bars and they tend to get either harassed or loved. You get one of each, and sometimes you get both because it depends on who's there. And what have you seen? Give me a story or something that is a wild situation that kind of reflects a little bit of this. Like, is there something you can think of to throw you on the spot a little bit?
A few things that come to mind.
Okay.
First, to answer your first question, I think the angry fans are the worst because they have less to lose.
Yeah.
When you think about it, they're buying merchandise, they're paying tribute or homage, and the woman is like, make sure you get home in this time. Oh, woman, please. So I'm watching the game. I'm with the fellas. So you're building up all this testosterone and your team is losing, so you're upset. And then you got somebody, a heckler or somebody saying, oh, you guys suck. And, it creates this bad energy. So I think those fans are the worst.
Yeah.
More so than an actual athlete that, you got tough skin. Sometimes you just say, hey, look, it goes with the territory, but I'm getting paid, X amount of money per game to win or lose, technically. So I think they can swallow that,
That's a really good point. I mean, I definitely think I, as a fan, am terrible. I know that. My team did win this week. I am excited. I wasn't sure. We were playing the Lions, and the Eagles did beat the Lions, which was surprising to me. It was such a low-scoring game. My gosh, what a boring game for such two incredible teams. You are a Giants fan. Give me the fist of the tattoo.
Okay.
He's got the Giants on his hand. I mean, that's just, you know.
Liberty,
Ugh.
New York.
I love it. New York through and
Yankees.
through. But your mom is from Philly. She's an Eagles fan, you said?
Yes. She's a diehard Eagle fan. I make sure I get her merch.
You a good son.
They're our conference rivals, but I kind of tend to root for them when they're not playing the Giants. And guys fellas are told, you can't pick them. We hate the Eagles, but I like football.
Yeah.
If you're an outstanding team, and right now the Eagles, as you can see, they're doing really well.
I'm so
they
impressed.
pretty much got the chemistry right, and
well, the chemistry is we're good. We're glad we have talent. I don't actually think we have the chemistry. There's a lot going on with A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts and the team, and Sirianni's getting annoyed answering questions about it in Philly. I actually think that we don't have the chemistry, but they're so talented.
all smoke and mirrors to me.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think it's all, you got to get the fans something. You got to get a little controversy. You got to stir up the pot, because it looks good. It looks good on paper.
I like
but
that you
behind the
think that.
scenes, it's probably like, hey, look, we the best of friends. Hey, look, we're going to go out there. We're going to make sure I'm going to shove you. I'm going to pick up my water bottle. And, it's smoke and mirrors. You got to sell
A.J.
tickets.
Brown wore a shirt that said, check on your teammates. I mean, I know it was for mental health awareness, but he literally wore a shirt that said, check on your teammates, and would go on television and talk about in interviews about how he was so unhappy. So it was a little, I know that in the past, Jalen's not the most warm and friendly person, and he has had a little bit of trouble with some of the other players and stuff, but I do like how he's so calm, cool, and collected. I will give him credit for that. He might not show his emotions on his sleeve, but he is calm, cool, and collected. So that's helped us get to where we are. I'm incredibly happy. I'm so happy that I was wrong on my prediction of the Eagles not beating the Lions. Like I said, I hedged my bet. I took so much heat for that, by the way, being an Eagles fan and saying I thought the Lions were going to beat us at home, that my friends actually revoked my tickets to the game because they were so mad at me. Nice. I was like, guys, I'm clearly hoping I'm wrong on this. I don't want to be right, but either way, either I win my bet or my team wins. And I'd much rather be wrong and have my team win because I am loyal. I mean, I am in my Philly gear. But, one thing that Giants fans and Eagles fans can agree on is how we both dislike the Cowboys.
Oh, to the fullest. I'm sorry. I don't even consider them, quote unquote, league worthy as far as that. I don't like them at all.
Yeah.
We don't.
That's the one thing we can always agree on is we don't like the Cowboys. How do you feel if I also told people that I thought the Cowboys were going to win Monday Night Football?
You're telling me that right now, or you asking me that?
No, I did. I literally did that. Yeah.
The Cowboys.
I thought they were gonna cover the spread 3.5 points. I know.
I'm playing again. I'm sorry.
Okay, so the Cowboys are actually going to be playing the Raiders. The Raiders are 2-7. The Raiders are home. I think only because it's against the Raiders. If it was anybody else, I wouldn't have taken them. But if the Cowboys do not win this game, I think my reputation is looking pretty bad right now because I went against my own team and I took a team that I don't like. And it's not even what I would have wanted to happen. It's what I thought was going to happen, which is worse. So I'm a little mad. I did also take the Bills to win, and the Bills, like I said, covered with some, beating the Bucks. That was a great game.
Tough game.
That was a tough game, and Josh Allen went off. But I know. I got a lot of heat in Philly because I took the Cowboys to win and beat this and cover the spread, and I took the Lions. So I'm not loved right now in Philly. They're a little mad at me.
Cowboys.
I hope I'm wrong.
I'm going to take the Raiders.
You are? You think the Raiders?
Yeah.
Plus 3.5?
Vegas. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, when this drops tomorrow, we'll know who's actually right and who's wrong.
Absolutely.
I love it. I hope I'm wrong, Superman. I hope I'm wrong.
Let's see.
Okay.
Put a fist to that. Okay.
I hope I'm wrong. Okay. If not, so say the Cowboys actually end up beating.
Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
What do I want? Okay, I'm going to come to Rocco's where you work, okay? And maybe I get to be the doorman for a couple minutes and have the power.
You're on.
Okay.
You are on.
Okay, but say the Cowboys lose then, and you're right. What do I have to do? What do you want me to do?
You just got to call me the boss.
The boss? You were forever the boss. The boss.
And with the
bow down?
bow.
Okay. I'll come to you and I will bow down. This will be on video. I'll actually have to post this, guys. I will do it.
Folks,
So, yes. Yeah. If the Cowboys, I actually don't, I want the Cowboys to lose. I really do. I hope I'm wrong. So, yeah, I hope I'm going to be bowing down to you. But I also kind of want the power to be like, I want to tell these frat boy looking guys that try to come into to Rocco's. I want to be like, you're not on the list. Sorry. Mm-hmm.
Got you. I would love that experience.
Please.
But it's not going to happen, unfortunately.
I love that so much. Okay, so let's talk about some of the games. So you work at a sports bar.
Indeed.
As I said, Rocco's in where is it located? It's on West
That's
3rd.
Okay. On West 3rd.
Okay, and so you're able to watch some of the games a little bit, not all of it, but what were you the most shocked about this weekend when you were watching some of the games? Was there one game in particular that really stood out to you that you were watching a bit more?
You know, the Giants game.
Of course.
The Giants game.
How are you feeling about your Giants right now?
I love the Giants. I'm a Giants fan, but you know they don't have it together. They don't have it together. It's not the coaching. It starts in house. You have to be hungry. You have to eat nails for breakfast. You have to not go out. You have to not date. You have to form your chemistry with the other team players. You have to be solidified. No dating. No going out. Curfews. What do you want? Do you want the ring? Do you want the championship? Because, like I said earlier, you get paid to lose. If you lose, you still get paid. You're going to vacation. You're fishing. You're going marlin fishing.
They don't have Scattaboo. They don't have, which is a big weapon that Jackson Dart needed and trusted and loved. And I think without having a real coach situation, I mean, the interim coach was, it's okay. Yeah. But who would you love to see coach?
You don't have neighbors. You don't. Like Belichick, but that's not going to happen. Sorry.
Oh my God, Superman! I think you're onto something.
That's the power right there, because who's not going to take your hat off and salute you?
I have chills. That was such a good idea.
That popped right into mine, and
But he's already got a job right now.
Right. And hopefully that job don't work out. And, his new girlfriend and everything.
I was just going to say, I think his new girlfriend might want to come to New York.
We'll bring her to New York. We'll love to have you. We don't care if you're whispering in his ear. Just let him do his job. That's it.
Honestly, I actually could see them coming to New York. Oh, my gosh. That would be so good.
Indeed.
Oh, I think you're onto something, because they definitely need some help. And I think Belichick could whip them into shape. He's so good with young talent. Honestly, this Patriots team, speaking of Belichick, I got to talk about what's going on with the Patriots right now. I mean, they are old school Patriots. It sucks because they went from having Tom Brady looking like an all-star, and then he leaves, and we're like, yes, make some room for everybody else. Like, we can win now too. And then it was so short-lived because with Drake May and this team that they have going on with the Patriots, they are strong. I mean, listen, they beat the Jets. It's nothing to brag about, but they are just still so good that and they're also young. They're going to be good for a while.
They're creeping. They're very scary right now.
I know.
I like them. I have a lot of patrons that come through Rocco's. Patriots gear head to toe. Females, men, I'm looking like, hey, what's going on? Like, what did I miss?
Are we in New York? Are we in New England? Where are we at? Yeah.
But, and they have a good, strong fan base. They're playing hardball, and I believe that they have opportunities.
Who is the wildest fan base that you have to deal with?
Buffalo right now.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
Bills Mafia?
Yeah, they're strong.
But are they the worst?
Oh no, not by far.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I was like, I feel like Bills Mafia is like.
To be honest, we get a lot of Jets fans, and that's New York. But I'm
really,
sorry,
but they lose all the time. How could they be so?
They still wear the merch. They wear it, and I think that's good. Don't divorce your team because they're not doing well.
But are they annoying fans?
They're quiet. They can't be annoying. They're gonna lose. They know they're gonna lose.
Okay, so I get what you're saying. Okay, so Bills fans are the most loyal, you're saying, and they're like okay, and the Jets fans are super quiet. Okay, but I want to know who is
But present.
But I like that. I listen, I feel so bad for the Jets. My heart goes out. It's like, how can you hate anybody who's a Jets fan or the Jets? Because it's like the underdog. You feel so bad for them. Like, I almost want the Jets to win every time because I'm like, you can do it, guys. Like, I believe in you. Okay, but who is the worst fan base? Because everyone always says it's Philly. And I'm just, the fact that you didn't say Philly, I'm going to take as a win. But who do
You want to hate Philly, but you got to understand football. Football is about the margin of leadership, winning, etc. If you're a football fan, you're going to want a team, even if they're the opposing team. You're watching a great game. They're executing. They're running games flat out.
But the fans, are we annoying? That's what I'm getting at. You're dancing around my question, Superman.
You're very sharp, very perceptive.
Yeah, you're dancing
very
around
annoying.
it.
You guys are very annoying.
I knew you was going to say us. Oh, but I didn't want
y'all.
you.
I don't want to say the H word.
Why?
We dislike you.
Okay, fine. So it is us. Are we really that bad?
Worse.
I was really kind of hoping it wasn't
Let's
us because
go
you didn't say Eagles fans is the worst, but then you also didn't say anything. So I was like, I felt like I was asking the question 6 times. You were like,
you're very perceptive.
You were like,
I was trying to dance around it. You see, I skimmered around it. Let's go, birds.
Like the weather is so
get
beautiful
so
outside.
Tired of that. Like,
fly, Eagles, fly.
Yeah.
Your mom is an Eagles fan.
When I'm around her, I'm a mama's boy. Let's go, birds. Let's go, birds. But
I will say we are loyal. We are loyal. You know, I want to meet your mama. What's Mrs.
Oh, she'll
Mrs. Mama Superwoman.
She'll have a great conversation with you. Talk your ear off for a little while. You might have to. Your ears might close automatically by themselves.
Is she still back home?
Yeah, she's in Philly now.
Is she Philly? Not where is she grew up?
She's on the border of Philly. That's Jersey, Pennsauken.
Are you trying to explain to
South
me
Amboy.
South Jersey, Philly right now?
You know more than I know.
Oh no, but actually the listeners don't know. That's fair. You can explain it. Yeah. So by the way, just so everyone needs to know, New Jersey isn't a real state. I would just like to say this on the record. We are 2 states. We're not 1 state. Okay. So anything north of Trenton, Hamilton is considered New York. Anything south of Trenton, Hamilton is considered Philly. We don't actually consider ourselves New Jersey. We are either Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Oh, sorry. It's Pennsylvania or it's New York. We don't really claim Jersey. So
pretty deep.
Yeah,
because I see that. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's like Trenton is literally the middle ground. And anyone who lives like Trenton, Hamilton is very confused. I feel like they're like, oh no, am I New York? Am I Philly? Which do I cheer for? So I grew up diehard Eagles because I'm from South Jersey, Philly. I say South Jersey, Philly. I don't know. I grew up in South Jersey. I went to college at Drexel in Philly.
You said it.
I know. And I get confused all the time myself. But I am diehard Eagles. But I have a lot of friends who are also Giants fans or this or that because we are on that border. So I actually don't hate Giants fans. Everyone thinks I do. I don't. Listen, yeah, all my friends. Listen, we are so close, and like I said, we just can all agree to hate the Cowboys. I mean,
there we go. That's common ground. That's middle ground.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right, let's talk about a team that we can all agree on also is we're so sick and tired of the Kansas City Chiefs, right? And the Chiefs lost 19-22, the Broncos. I was so cheering for the Broncos in that game. I'm a little mad because I actually low-key did some in-game bets where I put on I wanted the overtime. I have an actor friend, Amaldi Nolesco, who was visiting, and I told him, and I feel really guilty about this, I said, at the beginning of the game, put money on the overtime. I think this game's going to go into overtime. And I said, and I also think just a little sprinkle, because it's usually like plus, almost like plus 850 or something like that. It was like plus 525 when we finally got it. And then I also wanted the over to hit in, I think it was 41.5 points was the over. The only way we would lose was if they kicked a field goal. And they kicked a field goal allowing us to not get our overtime and not hit the over because it was only 41 points. So both Amaury and I lost, and I was like, don't kick a field goal. Don't kick a field goal. You should have seen us. We were screaming at the TV.
No speculation on that, but if I could piggyback on that.
Yes.
Do you think that they know that this may cause a little wave when, someone else, has these certain prospects in the waging market?
I mean, how crazy is it that it was 41.5 points was the total, and it was 41 was the final?
Okay, that's all.
Come on, Vegas.
I don't know. I don't try to make accusations.
I mean, listen, I have been bringing on.
Strong.
I know. I've been bringing people on all the time to talk about lawyers, to talk about the Chauncey Billups and what's going on with the NBA, the NBA, with MLB now. It's hit.
It's coming very serious.
It's coming soon to a theater near you for football.
Very serious.
NFL is going to hit it soon. I'm telling you, kickers. It is the easiest thing in the world to miss a couple kicks and looked overlooked. They do not make as much money. I will guarantee you that the kickers are going to be in trouble. I'm saying it. Let's see what happens, if I'm right or I'm wrong.
I like what you're saying. I do, because somebody needs to say it, because we all think it.
Yeah.
And you're saying it.
I say everything that comes off my brain. It's probably not a good thing.
To say that.
It's not a good thing.
I think that's a legit way to orchestrate what you're thinking.
I know.
Is to say it.
Yeah, but my mom always tells me, you should think before you talk. And I'm like, no, it just comes out. It's like, I actually, it hurts to keep it inside. I have to say what I'm thinking.
Right. And that's what sorry is for. That's why the word sorry exists. Hey, look, sorry.
Yeah.
I made a blunder. I made a boo-boo. Okay, let's move forward.
I have to say, whether or not certain things will come about in the NFL, I think it is a little crazy that it's always so close. Yes. How are they so good?
Yes.
They're so good.
Like the Giants, you throw an interception at the last.
Oh, speaking of interceptions, you just, like, my brain just triggered. We have to talk about Sam Darnold throwing 4 interceptions with the Seahawks. The Seahawks had such a chance to win that game. And the fact that if Darnold is either great or he's not, and they still played a great game, but 4 interceptions. Yeah,
he was playing so well.
So the final score was really close.
Week 10.
It was 9. Let's see, the Seahawks 19-21. You had such a chance, and the Rams are such a good team, but so are the Seahawks. I knew that was going to be a close game. I knew it, but that was really closer than I had expected. I do like the Rams right now. I'm thinking they're a really strong team. Who are you thinking?
Stafford, let's go.
I know.
Yeah.
By the way, Victoria, my girl who you met me with,
Indeed.
Out of nowhere goes, ooh, he looks dangerous. And I went, he looks like he works at Walmart. What are you looking at?
He's not a complex-looking gentleman. I know he may be.
He's married, and take it. I've had to, yes, and so is she. And so is she.
A lot of the women come to Rocco's for. They come for the look, the talent, the look. And then slowly, gradually, they get into learning the mechanics of football.
I'm teaching my friends slowly.
Yeah, which is great. That's how it started, because when we were couch potatoes, the men of the house with couch potatoes, the women just walk by and like, the game almost over. Mm-hmm. No, come sit down and enjoy it with me. Now women are in the bedrooms or in the living rooms.
Let's break this down a second, because do you know how many times people say to me, "Oh my God, you're my dream woman. You know about sports? Like this is what every guy wants." No guy wants this. I am telling you this right now. I'm going to tell you this right now. Okay. No guy physically wants this. I am not cute when I watch football. I am yelling at the TV. I am screaming obscenities. I know more about stats and sports than the guy next to me. That emasculates them. That doesn't make them feel good. They want the girl that's like, "Oh my God, babe, I like the team in blue. Blue is my favorite color. They're going to win." That's what they want. They don't want me being like, "Oh, Josh Allen, he threw for like, he completed 18 of his 34 passes, and he got."
You got a percentage of that. Like a lot of male folk that I know, they would prefer a woman to be sharp, to be articulate, because now when you're wearing the merch and you have a specific team, you can go to the games. It's not just ballet or opera or something. You got a sports figure. You might be more into basketball. You might like baseball. So when you have these collective, agreements with sports, I think the average man, I can't say, would love that. And then even if you knew a little more, because
Yeah.
I might know a little more about painting or Renaissance painting or cooking. I might be a better cook than you. So, yeah, like I think it levels out. I would prefer a woman that knows her sports, that likes sports.
I think actually gambling on sports kind of made it a bit more universal, because even my girlfriend Victoria was watching Amaldi and I talk about the over-under, talk about the bets. We're like, our bets hit. We're getting excited. And then she would get excited to cheer with us. So I think if more women could gamble on sports a little bit more or feel excited, I think it gives them the excitement to it. So I think slowly women are coming more into learning a little bit for their men, but to be a part of it. So listen, otherwise you don't see your man on Monday. You don't see your man on Thursday, Saturday if they're into college, Sunday for sports. And now we even now have for Good Friday, my Eagles are going to be playing. So, and also for Black Friday. And I'm like, do I shop? Do I watch my Eagles? Of course I'm watching the Eagles. I'm going to do Cyber Monday anyway. It's fine. I love to shop, but
I'm going to shift gears when we get bit. I'm going to piggyback on what you're saying. Now look at the women's sports now in the WNBA.
Oh yeah.
It's rising.
Oh yeah.
Male and female kids. It's open market now.
Yeah.
And if I could say this just briefly, like I think they should get paid wages that suits the standard of gameplay that they're playing. They're selling tickets. Their arenas are full.
Yes.
The merchandise is off the shelves. They're very talented. Shout out to Sophie Cunningham from the Indiana Fever. She just came by recently. Beautiful perspective. She's very talented. And I think that they should get the break they deserve. So hopefully in negotiations, shout out to Kalia. I think she's one of the WNBA presidents or something like that. And she's lobbying for that. So, I really pray from the Minnesota Lynx. So I really pray that she can establish better grounds, for a profit, for a marginal profit for their unions.
So there was one of I forget her name. I'm trying to look it up, but I have like the worst Wi-Fi right now. There was a girl who was actually, she walked in the Victoria's Secret show. Angel Reese.
Reese.
Oh my God.
Absolutely.
I love how I tried to look it up and I look at you and it comes into my brain.
Amen.
That's called ADD. But Angel Reese walked in the VS show and I loved it. I love that we're bringing it all in, like fashion and sports, and we should highlight these women. And by the way, her body is banging.
Yeah, I don't want to speak on that because I could be
Superman.
the man out of me, the Superman in me, but I think she did a great walk, so I'm just going to leave it.
Oh, did you watch it, Superman?
A couple of times.
A couple of times?
A few times.
Okay. I like it. Okay. So we approved of Angel Reese walking to the show. Yes.
Great
She can,
job.
yeah. So what I do love is that these women are finally getting their dues in that way. Now, speaking of women in sports, something I have talked about in the past is, so the Colts owner is the daughter of Irsay, and I probably always say that wrong. People have corrected me. But so the owner gave the team to his daughters to run and manage. And there's one in particular who has been running it, Carly. And she has been doing an incredible job. She's on the sidelines. She's got headpieces in. She's there. And the Colts have been doing amazing. So she's getting a lot of heat for being on the sideline as a woman, saying, what is she doing? She's interfering, but let's be real. Mm-hmm. This team is winning.
Let's see.
And
let's see what you say.
Yeah. Listen, I think sometimes it takes a little bit of a woman's touch to snap these little fellas into shape and keep them on track. And the fact that she's there, whether you don't like it or you like it, it's working.
It's working. It's working. I'm an optimist, and sports. We need to get sports in there. I don't think she's making the sport game dainty. Most men, we tend to look at women as a dainty piece of, their establishment. But if you're a hard-boiled, a Sue Bird, and things like that, that the game, that you'll be good teaching other people how to perform in the market that you've been in and excelled in for so long. I think that's great. If you're on the sidelines and you know what you're talking about, you got the headgear on, your team is winning, what's the issue, gentlemen? What's the argument?
So would you, like you said, as a Giants fan,
right,
say one of if you had a new owner and she was a woman and she was on your sidelines, how would you feel? Like, does it change anything for you, or does that change nothing for you?
Changes nothing.
Changes nothing.
Changes nothing.
Yeah.
You could have a small child on the sideline with you. You know, you could
running the plays though, and like helping and being there.
No, I think that's great because and I don't want to mix fact and fiction together, but I forgot the story. It was a movie, and I think it was Remembering the Titans.
Oh, I love that movie.
And
so many good.
Remember, she knew so much. The small child.
Oh, wait, small child.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Was the assistant coach's daughter.
Yes.
I forget this guy's name.
By the way,
Denzel Washington was in it. I forgot the guy. He's a classic actor, but she knew everything. She was like, "Wow, you're wilding outside. You're doing this. You're supposed to be cutting hair, button hook." She knew that.
See, my thought process goes to Any Given Sunday when Cameron Diaz's character is the owner, and she is like in the locker room, and she's bad. She is like she walks in, she's a cover-up boy. Like she comes in, and they're all like in the locker room and stuff.
Spicy.
It reminded me a bit of that, but she's obviously Carly is so classy, and it's like a different vibe, and that one's more dramatic, but. I think listen, maybe it's just because I'm the one that's like, why are you not listening to me? When I'm yelling at the TV, I think they can hear me and like that they're going to listen. I'm like, why are you not listening? I'm telling you what to do. I always say the reason why I'm also good at picking games and gambling is because as a woman, we make great detectives. We keep our emotions completely out of it. We're really analytical. We overanalyze everything.
You said emotions as far as...
Oh, I love that you stopped me on that. Yes. Okay, fair.
Break that down for me, please.
Break that down for me, please. You're like, I've met women that are very emotional.
Exactly.
Yes.
Get that in
Fair. Okay, so what I mean by that is we can say, like I can say my team, I love my team. I think my team is amazing. But I can also put my emotions aside and say, I don't know that we're going to win this game. Whereas I think men are so, what do you mean we're going to win this game?
But you're saying it calmly because you're not invested right now in the actual game, whether this game is being litigated by, that was a bad kick. He should have punted. That wasn't a fumble. So you're not in control. You're controlling your emotions now. But, during the course of the game, you're being honest. That's what you're telling me.
I would say I don't think women would be spitting and grabbing face masks and stuff like that, too. I think men are very emotional. I think you guys think we're emotional because we use our words a lot, but we don't get physical. We don't get, as angry with things. So I think women, we take it as, well, listen, I'm also a really good detective.
I'm feeding your line. Now watch, I'm going to draw you right in.
And I'm fishing, and I'm reeling you in. And I'm telling you, I think with women, we are emotional, obviously, especially once a month. Some of us a little bit longer than 1 week, But I do think that we use a part of our brain where we're thinking about the numbers, the rationality of it all. Okay. And what I like to do is I take my love for my team and put it aside. I almost think it hurts me because I am the most critical. We're critical. That's what it is. Women are very critical.
Not crucial, but critical.
Not crucial. Why are we not crucial?
That's what I'm asking you.
Well, we're critical. Well, we're very critical of everything. We analyze. We're critical. We're tough. We're great at, figuring stuff out.
You're not emotional.
Oh, no, we're definitely emotional. Let's be real. Okay, fine. Okay, I know where you're going with. But when it comes to sports, I think that's the one time we're not emotional, unless we're dating one of them.
Now, that's what I was trying to lure you into.
Yeah, okay.
Let me give you a little feedback. Now, if you're not emotional on a game that's so intense because the male population are looking and they're blowing their stack, but if you're remaining calm, emotionless, then what's the purpose of watching a game that's controversial? The kick, he kicked it and hit the sidebar, or he fumbled the ball, but he did cross the plane. It's emotional. This is what you're supposed to bring up. It's supposed to well up inside you because there's some rarities that happen. It's an unfair situation. It's emotional. You get an attachment to it. I don't think it's a sensitive emotion. I think it's an aggressive emotion. And I think women should have that too because you're participating in a male sport that gridiron, hardcore football, rushing each other, hitting, clashing, titans, they're battling. So I think women emotion should take a certain prevalence there. It should exist. It should. You know, you're not emotion crying. We think of sadness emotion. Oh God, why would they? No.
Oh, I do my fair share of crying.
Yeah, but hard goes.
But when it comes to sports, I can separate
and
the
you
two.
smash a glass on the floor if you have to.
I'm not going to lie. Today I was trying to look for a parking spot, and there was a gentleman that had parked in. He clearly took up two, and the first thought was, and this is a terrible thought, and I shouldn't say this. I'm probably going to get in trouble. My first thought was, and I did say this to Victoria, I was like, I probably might slash his tires when I come back. And she's like, what? And I go, oh, that's so Philly. Sorry, that came out. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
She's not going to do it.
I'm not going to do it. But like my first thought was like, oh, somebody should teach this person a lesson. You want to take two spots? Live in that spot forever. You now own that spot.
Emotion.
Yeah. So that was emotion. That was not a good positive.
So shouldn't it pertain to the same thing in a football game?
But and we do get a little emotional, but when it comes to stats and everything, I think maybe it's just my brain because
and
everybody's
there's
different.
Exactly.
Everybody's different.
And folks, for the record, I'm not saying that she was wrong. She's right. Because
you definitely
can monitor your emotions. I can do that because there's so many times I watch the Giant and they lose. I don't get excited if they touchdown. I'll be like, hey, good score. Because I'm not going to warrant myself to have this kind of explosion.
Tell me again,
and then they let me down. You know, that's like building yourself up for something special, a date or something, and then it gets dismal, and you don't want
Superman,
that to happen.
tell me again I'm right. I liked that.
You're right. You are right.
By the way, you were just talking, and I heard none of it because I just heard I was right.
Yeah, she's right, folks. I mean,
God.
You're right. Because you can have an emotionless way of looking at the game or an emotionful way of looking at the game. If you can control that behavior, then that's great. That's a pattern. That's great.
I think to finally ever get a boyfriend, I'm not going to let them watch football with me because it's not sexy to watch football with me.
All right. I'll say this because you know why you're going to make a mistake? Because you would have a boyfriend. You need a man. You need a spouse. You need a mate. You need a partner.
I like
when
that.
you look at those lines, those strong words, because it has more quality to it. A boyfriend he could come and go. Hey, he's my boyfriend. He's my toy friend. He's just somebody I'm adjusting to. I'm still not certain about him, but when you have a man, you have somebody that's monitoring with you, that's giving you 100% of his time.
I love that.
You will not falter. I guarantee you. Look for that man. Look for that man.
Superman, I love that advice. I need a toy friend, not a boyfriend. I'm going to use that. That's forever going to be. I will give you the credit, Superman, but I love that. I need a toy friend. I also need to have you back soon because you're so fun. Oh my God, you're amazing.
I had a great time.
You
make me so comfortable. Honestly, you're very warm to talk to. Very considerate, very knowledgeable.
Thank you.
And spicy too.
Oh,
and emotionless and emotionful at the same time.
Oh,
a little both. So, fellas, gentlemen, men.
Oh my God.
If you run into her, give it a courtesy and the utmost respect. But indulge in that. If she's have a little more wisdom with you in the sports field, that's okay. Embrace it.
Can you just the next time there's somebody in line and you're like, oh, he's just hold him and be like, I got one for you, Ash. He's here.
I
Get
can
me
do
a
that.
man, Superman.
I'll start the process. I will start the
I love
process
it.
for you.
Well, we need to know who's going to do this bet. So we're going to have to, I'm going to have to look into this because I want to know what's going to happen with this Cowboys game. I'm either going to have to be calling Superman the boss and bowing down, or I get to be the doorman of Rocco's. On video. I will have this all for you guys in the next clip. Exactly. I love it. So we'll have to tune back in. Don't forget, we will be giving my picks on Friday. And this is going to be a fun episode because we will have an update from this one in that one, not to mention, again, my predictions, and I cannot wait. So, guys, don't forget, subscribe, follow us on YouTube. I'm Ashley Haas. Thank you, Superman, for joining us. We are all in. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah.
The money keep calling my name. Dollar signs make you sing.